Stampin' Up demonstrator from the Scenic Rim in Queensland, coming to you live from my craft room on Wednesday, the 23rd of April, 2025. I'm super excited to be here crafting with you today. And oh my God, we have some awesome things going on with Stampin' Up at the moment. So once everyone gets the notifications and jump in, I will actually talk about what's going on with Stampin' Up. So I'm here today to craft with you once again. So if this is the first time that you have watched me, my name is DonnaG and I'm a Stampin' Up demonstrator from the Scenic Rim in Queensland. And I come to you live a few times a week, sharing tips and tricks with our awesome Stampin' Up products. So we sell everything to do with crafting, paper crafting. We sell stamps, inks, cardstock, designer series paper, ribbon, embellishments, you name it, and tools. We sell the lot. So, and we have an awesome special at the moment. We have free shipping for 3 whole days. So free shipping for 3 whole days. And I can tell you on some people's orders, you're saving yourselves $30 or $40, depending on how big your order is. So free shipping from the 23rd of April to the 25th of April, 2025. So if you're watching this video after those dates, you've missed the free shipping, but we have free shipping that is happening for the next 3 days. So I'm super excited to be letting everybody know that that shipping is happening. Free shipping is happening. It's on all first timer, darling. Well, welcome. And yes, I am an Australian. So you're listening to an Australian accent. And I know I always say you guys are the ones with the accents, not us. But anyway, welcome to my channel, and I hope you enjoy what I have for you this morning. So as I said, free shipping 23rd to the 25th of April. You can scan that QR code there on the screen. That will take you straight through to my online store, and any orders will be much appreciated. Thank you very much. Faylene is saying when, so 23rd and 25th of April, if that's what you're asking, Faylene, about the free shipping. So for you guys over in the US, that will be tomorrow it starts. For us here in the South Pacific, it has already started today. So please take advantage. Like, just think about the things that are happening at the moment. Cardstock prices are going to go up. So if you want to stock up on cardstock, they're the heaviest out of a lot of things when you go to order. So they're what's going to, our shipping is always on the weight. So, I mean, they're going to make your order a lot heavier, so it would cost you a lot more for shipping. So you have to order $65 or more to be able to get the free shipping here in Australia. So 23rd to the 25th of April. So as I said, scan that QR code, and just remember, I have an ordering special. If you order over $150, you're going to get a free embellishment from me and a free tutorial, and go into the draw to win the Impressions Abloom bundle. So I have one of those bundles to give away. So please make sure that you definitely head over to my online store and pop your order in, which would be absolutely awesome. If you're brand new and you would like a catalog, please feel free to request a catalog. I would be more than happy for you if you scan that QR code to get onto my list for you to be able to request a catalog. If you're already working with a demonstrator, please ask that demonstrator, because the catalogs do cost us money. I will be having a catalog launch party, and I'm just going to pop my camera down onto my desk to show you what you get for the catalog launch party. So it costs $85, and this is an online catalog launch party. So it doesn't matter where you are, you're going to get access to it. Unfortunately, I can only do it for Australians, but you can get access to the online content only if you are international. And that will be going live on the 6th of May. So I'm going to have some awesome projects. For your $85, you're going to get a whole pack of this gorgeous, beautiful floral paper. You're going to get a whole pack of the mixture A4 in color cardstock. You're also going to get a pack of the embellishments. And I will be using these 2 gorgeous bundles throughout the event, and I will be creating 10 gorgeous projects for you. So we are going to have a super fun time, but we will be mixing and matching with these 2 bundles. Now, if you want to purchase those bundles to be able to craft along, then by all means, at the time of registration, there is the extra add-ons that you can do. You can scan that QR code there to be a part of it. It costs $85 for all this basic, the paper and the cardstock. But if you want to purchase these, and I've also got the option to be able to purchase the new in color ink pads and also the in color Stampin' Write markers. So if you want to add these onto your catalog launch party, by all means, and they will, this product here for your catalog launch party is going to get sent directly out from Stampin' Up straight to you. So it's not going to come to me. I'm going to cut out the middleman. I'm actually going to send it directly straight from Stampin' Up. And any of the other extra add-on products that you send, I will, that you purchase, I will add those into your order and send them out to you. So please make sure, if you want to be a part of this fun, awesome event, we will have prize giveaways as well. So not only will you get access to awesome creative content, you will also get some great giveaways as well, or have the chance to win some great door prizes and things. So it's going to be an epic event. It's going to be in a social Facebook group, and that's where you'll get access to the content, and you will have access for 3 months after. So it's going to help you with your creative inspiration with these brand new products when the catalog goes live. So I'm super excited to be having an online catalog launch, and they will all be pre-recorded videos, and I will schedule them to go throughout the day. So it will give you a whole day of entertainment, which will be absolutely awesome, because of course I'm going to be away at the time the catalog launch party. Well, I'm going to be still here on the 6th, but I will be away for most of May. So the only way I could do my catalog launch party was to actually be able to do it as an online event, so that you didn't miss out on some creative inspiration. And I love doing catalog launch parties because sometimes it's very overwhelming when we've got a brand new catalog and you are trying to make your decision of what you want to buy. Sometimes it's very overwhelming. So it's really nice to be able to get that creative content so that it can get you crafting. Plus, I will also give you the tutorial bundle that we are doing, which is the pre-order and your catalog. You will also get access to that. I will pop that PDF into the Facebook group as well. So scan that QR code, or you can actually use the link in the description down below. Couple of other things. I've opened up my registration for my 2-day craft making retreat. So you feel free to scan that QR code to register and get your spot. Registrations will be closing around the end of May. So please make sure to secure your spot. Make sure you secure your accommodation first. We always know that here in the Scenic Rim, accommodation is scarce. So please tell the motels, the whole 3 motels in Beaudesert, I have them with their books blanked out for my retreat people. So please, all you've got to do is say that you are attending my retreat, and they will offer you a room, because I have them all blanked out so that I can guarantee that we have accommodation for people. So please get your accommodation sorted first, jump on and register. If you are not wanting to attend in person, you don't have to miss out. I have a retreat in a box as well. So if you want to purchase the retreat in a box option, you can also scan that QR code there, or use the link in the description of the videos here, and you will be able to order your retreat in a box. Now, retreat in a box will go out after I've held the retreat. The retreat is on the 28th and 29th of June. Here in the Scenic Rim. So if you are interested in attending, please feel free to scan that QR code and jump on into the fun. Now, if you're a scrapbooker, you're probably going to like the month-by-month album retreat. Now, I'm actually going to hold this album retreat here in person in my craft studio. So if you are someone that loves scrapbooking, this mega album retreat is going to be to die for. I'm telling you, it is absolutely amazing. I've seen some of the projects. It is 12 double page layouts. You get 2 stamp sets. You get page protectors. You get flip flaps. You get 12 kits with all of the designer series cut paper, all cut and prepared for you. All the die cutting is done for you. So even the die cut pieces, all you've got to do is stamp on the pre-cut die cut pieces and assemble. So I'm telling you, it's going to be 12 pages. That is, like, if you did 1 double page a month, that is 12 months of scrapbooking. Now, you're going to get access to a private Facebook group with live videos that we're going to be crafting along. So I will be setting up my TV with a computer all set up here in my craft studio so that we can craft along with them. And this is an event that's being put on by Stampin' Up, but I've decided to hold it as a free event here if you purchase the if you purchase the kit from me. So it costs $435, but $435, there is so much that you get for that $435. So I'm chomping at the bit. I can't wait. If you want to be a part of it and you want to come and attend, or even if you just want to get your kit and be guaranteed to get your kit, please scan that QR code there, because all I've done is put the price of the actual kit. Please scan that QR code there, and I will be more than happy on the 28th of May. That's when the kits go live that we are actually going to be able to purchase. I am more than happy to pop your order in for you. Is it something I'm doing or something? Stampin' Up is doing the retreat, but then I'm actually holding the retreat here in person with the Stampin' Up content. So yeah. So it'll be a fun event. I'm going to have a ball. So if you want to come and scrapbook with me, then please think about it. It's a 3-day album retreat. So it's a really, really fun, awesome thing. And it is what Stampin' Up is doing. Okay. Now, I just want to talk to you about my Scrap It With Me workshop kits that I do every month. These are designed by me. I actually do the same format as the Stampin' Up kits. When you actually get your kit from me, I actually have it as the same format. So if you already purchased a Stampin' Up scrapbook kit, then you will be able to do my scrapbooking pages, no problem whatsoever. So today I'm actually going to show you one of my double page layouts that I'm going to be doing for next month. So we're doing black and white layouts. So I'm super excited to be doing a black and white layout. It's something different, which is really, really nice and out of the ordinary. And I've already done 2 double page layouts. This is my last double page layout, and I was ready to assemble, and I thought, what a good thing that I could be doing is be doing it here with you guys. So I decided to jump on this morning and show you me finishing off that large double page layout for my Scrap It With Me workshop kits. Now, if you want to be a part of my Scrap It With Me workshop, I actually hold it as an in-person class on the 3rd Thursday of every month, but this month coming for May, I'll be holding it on the 1st Thursday in the month because I'm going away, of course. So I had a scrapbooking class last Thursday. So I don't have a class this Thursday, but next Thursday I'm going to have another class. But that's how we can catch up. But you can actually get it as a kit sent by mail, or you can actually come and attend in person. So it is a rolling subscription, but you can cancel at any time. So I'm actually using the Botanical Textures black and white designer series paper because I love black and white. You all know I love a black and white card. I also love a black and white layout as well. So if you want to be a part of my monthly Scrap It workshop kits, you can scan that QR code there. It costs $80 to attend in person, and it costs $95 if you want to get the kit by mail, and it would get delivered to your door. You get a PDF tutorial showing you how to cut all your designer series paper and how to do your layouts. So, and I even share the colored pictures of my finished layouts on that PDF tutorial for you. All right, so let's get started. Let's pop that camera down onto my desk and we will get started. So I've got the layout here just about sorted and ready to go. And I just want to talk to you about a few things that I've done here with this layout. Let me get rid of that QR code. So the link is actually in the description down below as well. So if you want to subscribe to my Scrap It With Me workshop kits, the link is always in the description. Anything that you ever want to do that is a part of what I do in my business, you will always find the links in the descriptions of my videos because I always copy all the links over there for you. So I've actually done this gorgeous layout, and this once again is my Europe tour that I did with my youngest daughter, which was my incentive trip. We did this before we went on our incentive trip to Norway. And so I'm now at a place called Aurelio, I think it's, or Aurelio. I can't remember how we pronounced it, but we had the best pasta dish at this place. And we waited and waited at this Italian restaurant, and this is in Rome. So this is a place in Rome. We waited and waited at this restaurant because we wanted to have a beautiful pasta dish. And honestly, the length of time that it took to get the pasta, we ended up having to eat it in 5 minutes flat to get back to the bus, to get back on the bus. And so it was the nicest pasta, and I would have really, really loved to sit there and just savor it and enjoy it. And I had a beautiful bowl of pasta and a glass of red wine. I mean, this is Denny's meal because she's got the glass of Coke here. But we took a photo of it and everything because it was absolutely the best pasta I think we've ever tasted. I don't think you can ever get a better pasta dish unless you're in Rome. I mean, the pasta in Rome is just on its own, out there on its own. It is something that I think they just know exactly how to do it. So, of course, because it's the tradition from their country. So, of course, they would know how to do it. But so I've done this as just a basic layout to start off with, and now I'm going to show you the process of what I do to actually put this layout together. So all I've got here, these are like 2-inch by 4-inch pieces. I think they're 4-inch pieces. Let me measure that. Yep, 2-inch by 4-inch. I think they're 2-inch. Yep, 2-inch by 4-inch pieces. So the beauty of this designer series paper, you can use opposite sides, whatever. One side has a lot of leaves and floral accents, and the other side is this more muted grey pattern. So it lends to really awesome different ideas. So so first of all, now I've used my my Epson EcoTank printer, 8550 printer. Now the only thing I've got to do, I've got to cut this photo down because I haven't done that. I'll just grab some black. I haven't cut that photo down yet to actually mat it on some black. So I'm just going to pull that photo out of there. So as I said, I have done it on my, I'm going to leave the white around it, and actually that's what I'm going to do. All right. So when I do my photo mats, I like to, and this was a photo template from the Epson EcoTank, and it was like that. Okay, so it was on an A4 sheet, and that's actually how the photos were printed out, was like that. So they had the white border around them, and that was the template that I used to be able to do this. Now I'm going to just measure this. I always like to put a 1/4 inch border around my mats. So I'm actually going to leave the white around this one because I was able to cut it right down here and leave that white on there. So that is 7 7/8. So we're going to do it 8 1/8 by 8.5. 8 1/8 by 8.5. So let's do 8.5 this way. I think it's a smidge over 8.5. So we'll do that. And 8 1/8 this way. 8 1/8. And that will give us our awesome mat. Have I done it the wrong way? Let me go this way. Have I done this the wrong way? I have done it the wrong way. Let's try that again. I mean, 8 1/8 is the right on the width. But now where did I put the black? Here. I don't know what I just did then. I must have measured it wrong. Let me try that again. Yes, so we need to do it a smidge over 8.5. That could be better. So let's try that. We'll do a smidge over 8.5. And it will be 8 1/8 this way. Okay, so let's try that again. See if I've got it right this time. So I spent there we go. Now we've got it right. So I spent my day yesterday just getting all of these layouts done because I had to design this, and I have to also design my creative card club. And normally I have until the 3rd week of next month, but because I'm going away, I don't. So I'm physically madly trying to fit 2 months of work into 3 weeks. So anyway, so I'm going to layer that on. So as I said, I like to do a 1/4 inch border all the way around, and it gives you a really good border all the way around the mats. And now, can't you see that just makes those photos pop? So I absolutely love black and white, but just adding that photo mat behind has just really made that pop. All right, so with these pieces, I've just strategically placed them around. So I want to pop my heading up here. Okay, so over on this page here, I feel like I'm just going to do some embellishment here, some stamping here, and some stamping here. Now, the stamp set that I've been using with this, and I will show you my finished pages, my other 2 pages as well, but I have been using the textured notes with this layout because I love, and honestly, I've fallen in love with this stamp set for making cards, for doing scrapbook layouts. I can tell you it is a must have. If you don't have the textured notes, I'm telling you, you need to get it because you are absolutely going to love it for card making or scrapbooking. So one of the beautiful things about our products is that they are good for doing both card making or scrapbooking. So I've made some gorgeous cards with this, but I've also done some awesome layouts as well. So I'm going to take just round stamp that we have. So this one here, if I want to show you that one. So that round stamp. And I like to just look at where I'm going to pop my photos and actually just do a little bit of stamping just around. I want to put a nice embellishment bit here and a nice embellishment here. So I'm actually going to stamp. I could, with a pencil, make a pencil mark if I had a pencil here. I could put a pencil mark around about here and here. Okay, so that's going to tell me where I want that one, and I'm going to go and move it here and here. Okay, so that's around about where I want to pop my photo. So now what I like to do is I've got an idea of where the photo is going to be. Now I'm actually going to stamp around that area with this gorgeous stamp. So let's go, just going to bring it over this way a little bit. So I want to start with that, and I like doing stamped off versions. So I'm using Smoky Slate here. So I like to do some stamped off versions of it and some full strength versions. So I wanted to have a cluster, and I'm off the edge there. I wanted to have a cluster of these stamps around that corner. Now I can bring that back in and see what I've got there. So I'm looking at popping it there. I feel like I could probably pop some more up around here. You probably can't see that light one there, but so what I do is I use a little bit of black cardstock to stamp off because I want to actually pop one up there, but I don't want it to be full strength. So I've got that now half strength up there, and I probably want to pop another one. So I'm going to stamp again and stamp off, and another one just there. And so that's now created a gorgeous corner there. And I could actually do a stamped off version again here. So let me stamp that off again. And I feel like I want to put a stamped off one right there. Okay. So my whole main purpose is to get like a nice background there behind there. So I'm going to do the same thing down here now for this one. I'm going to do same thing. So I'm going to ink up. I'm going to do a nice, good, strong one there. And we'll do stamped off. We'll do another strong one probably over here and stamped off. And then I probably want to do a couple just stamped off coming out here further. Okay, so that's probably going to give me exactly what I need there. Now, I love that just to create a little bit of texture there, but then this is when it comes alive. When you start using, so I've done Smoky Slate for that. I'm now going to use my basic grey, and I'm going to ink up with my basic grey and the large leaf that I have. Now, I like to have the photo here so I can see where I'm going to place it. I'm also going to pop my Designer Series paper back in here around about there. So I can see that that is going to sit there, that's going to sit there, and that one is about there. All right, so now I want to place this one here. So I think I would definitely want one coming out through there. We're going to pop that back. And then I think I want one coming up through here like that. And then we have the other smaller one. And I'm going to do that in basic grey. And I'm just going to add a couple of them. I might do a stamped off version of it. There. Okay. And I might just do one more little one up through there. Okay. So we've got a gorgeous spray of leaves. So you can see how easy this is. Like it's physically just stamping some leaves and that circle stamp. It is such a good stamp to be able to create with. All right, so now I'm going to do one out here like that. I'm going to do another one coming down through here like that. And then, of course, the smaller one, we will do one just here. And I might do just the stamped off version there. And for that one, I'll do another stamped off version here. Okay. So there we have our stamped images in behind, and then we're just going to pop our paper in. So I'm going to do the same thing over on this one. I'll put those bits of designer series paper in again when I'm finished. So let's bring this one back in over this way, and let's do a similar thing here. So here I want to have my sentiment happening here. So I don't really need a lot. I'm going to put a little bit of stamping up through here and probably some stamping down through this corner here. So once again, I can just do a pencil mark where I think I'm doing a pencil mark a little bit further up so that I know that if I stamp there, then it's all going to, by the time I drag my photo down here, it's all going to cover up where I've done that. So now I'm going to do, once again, I'm going to do that and a half strength. So, of course, this photo is going to come down through here. So I might do a full strength up in here and a half strength there, like so. And I might even just do a little full strength one here. Okay, so I think that's looking good. We'll do the basic grey now with the leaf. And I'm going to do probably one down through here. And I'm probably going to do one up through there. And then, of course, I will do that small one. And we will just add that right there. Okay, so we've got that. Now, of course, I want a little bit happening up through here. Where that's going to sit. So I'm going to have that. I'm going to have that. So I just want a little bit through that top section. Let me just move that again. A little bit through that top section. So I'm not going to do a lot. So I feel like I'm just going to do a couple of those and maybe just this little one like that. Okay, I think that's going to be enough. I think we don't want to overpower the heading, but it's just going to be enough to get it to where we want it to be. All right, so now these ones here, we are just going to layer in behind here. That one there is going to go up there. And then, of course, popping out through there and then going in a little bit further. Okay. So that's all looking quite good. All right. So once I've got everything sitting where I want it to sit, and where did all my other pieces go for that one? I've lost some pieces. Ah, there they all are. That was those ones. They need to go over there. Okay, these three come out here. All right, so now it's just a case of assembling. We've done our stamping in the background. Now it's just a case of assembling these where we want them to be. So that's going to go up there. That one's going to go out. That one's going to go in. This one's going to go in. That one's going to go out. And this one's going to go in. All right. So there we have a layout. So you can see that you don't have to have anything too technical and too over the top for it to really have an effect. Like these are scrap pieces of designer series paper. You don't have to use a lot of paper to still get the effect that you are wanting. All right, that and that one in there, and that's going to go over there. Okay. So we have that one, and that one. Okay. So what I then like to do is I like to start with one piece, stick one piece in. And once I've got the one piece, then everything else is going to go in around it. So this one here, I'm probably going to start with, I've definitely got that where I want it to be. So I'm probably going to start with this piece here. So I don't ever stick anything down until I've done a bit of a trial run to know where I want everything to sit. And then I'm just going to slide that one in to where it needs to be, get it nice and straight, get my photo nice and straight. Now you can actually use a T-ruler to get things nice and straight as well. So I could use my T-ruler to make sure that I've got that designer series paper straight. And look at that. I can eyeball it and I've got it definitely quite straight. So once I've got one piece on, then I can put the other three pieces on. You love my scrapbook pages, Sue? Thank you. And you know what? I just love scrapbooking. I've really embraced it, and really I've really enjoyed it. Now you could even cut these down a little bit more if you wanted to. Now you may want to ask me how I did the title, because everyone says, how did you do that title? Now I have used a Cricut machine for that title. Now my idea was, I'm quite happy for that title to pop over here, because can you see this photo? You can see all the traffic and stuff outside, and we really don't need to see all that traffic outside. So I'm quite happy for that title to come down. Now all I did with the title, so for anyone that owns a Cricut machine, I've got a Cricut Maker 3. And I wanted to talk to you about the title, because there's so many things that we can do with the title. So I just go into, and for the Cricut owners, you're going to understand this. I just go into Cricut Design Space, and what I do is I type two lots of words in. So I type the just going to pop that down there. So I type the two lots of words. So I've typed pasta as one word, and I've also typed the in Aurelio. I can't remember what it was called, but anyway, something like that. Okay, that needs to be down a little bit. All right, that's pretty straight. Pretty straight. Probably need to come down a little bit more with that. Let me go. And see, once I've got this straight, then I can line up the other three pieces. That looks pretty straight to me. Okay, so now I can line up the other three pieces. And with the other three pieces, so I've got this one going in, I've got this one going out, and then this one going back in. And as you can see, we've got gorgeous different pieces of designer series paper. So and you could physically, like if you didn't want the floral look, like the leaves and the floral look, you could use the reverse side and get more of a neutral unisex type of look. I mean, I love the florals because it's always my daughter and I that I'm scrapbooking, so I don't mind that we have the florals, but you could physically have it a lot more simple and not as busy with the florals. Okay, so that is going to go there like that. So now that I've got all of those designer series paper pieces down, now I'm just going to add my photo. So I'm just going to add, so I've got it all matted up on my black. Just going to add my photo to that. And I love, love, love my Epson EcoTank printer for being able to, and I'm just going to grab that again to make sure I've got my photo nice and straight, which I need to go like that. Okay, the T-ruler is fantastic for being able to line things up and make sure that you've got it nice and straight. Let's go again. And that's looking super nice and straight. I mean, I do tend to eyeball things a lot, but the T-ruler just helps, especially when you've got a big photo like that. It's nice to get it really nice and straight. Okay, so I feel like I still want to see, you can see there's outdoor tables here. So I still want to see the outdoor tables. I just want to cut out that ugly looking car. So I think that will be quite nice just there. So let's add some glue to that. Now, if you like to add 3D to your scrapbooking layouts, then by all means, you could pop this up on some dimensionals if that's what you want to do. I'm not a real 3D person when it comes to my scrapbooking. I like to have it nice and flat. Okay, so I'm just going to move that, and that looks really good there. So you can see now, as I said, on the Cricut Design Space, you just go in, do your headings totally separate. Okay, so pasta was one word, in Aurelio was in another word. Okay, and then I like to change up the fonts. I think the fonts are really, really awesome. Is my daughter going on my incentive trip? Yes, she's going. So we're going away in 3 weeks, and she will be on my incentive trip with me. Yes, she will. Okay, so I do the 2 different fonts. Then what I do is I squish them down together. So you can see here that I've put the pasta touching that letter A there. So I've squished the pasta word down into this more bold font. Then what I do is I weld them together. Okay, so I highlight this and I highlight this and I weld it together. Then I put an outline around it. Okay, so and choose your outline, because I like to have a bit of space that's cutting in between the words and things. So choose your outline, but that then brings it into one whole piece. Sometimes it doesn't bring it into one whole piece. Sometimes you might have, this word might be separate, like, but that's okay. You can still fit it together like a bit of a puzzle when you get to do it. And then also too, what I've been doing is I've been using the Stampin' Up hex codes, the hex value codes for the colors. I mean, here I just did black and white because I'm doing a black and white theme. But I've actually, for my other layouts, I've actually done the hex codes and used the Stampin' Up colors. So that's a great fun way of getting everything to marry up, if you can understand what I mean. So so I love doing that as well. So those hex codes are great for being able to get your images, get your headings, your titles, the color that you want them. So I'm just going to slide that one in there where that's going to be. I'm also going to use my T-ruler again. Make sure I've got that nice and straight, which can come down on this end. That's the joy of using our Tombow, because you get to be able to wiggle it and move it. So now that I've got that one straight, I can then line up the other 2 with that one. So now I'm just going to pop that one, and this one's going to be further out than the other one. So we're just going to pop it there, and then this one's going to go in. But as you can see, we've got some really muted patterns on the other side. So if you didn't want to use the leafy patterns, you could physically easily use that more muted side. That there. Okay. So that one's going to go there. So now we need to line up this bottom one. So let's bring in our ruler and get it in place. Line up that bottom one. So I have used the muted pattern on this side. Okay, so we're going to line up that ruler. It's going to sit around about where the ruler is. So let's pick up this photo, slide that in. The photo is going to be there. So we want to, slide it in a little bit and make sure that we've got it nice and straight, which we do. Yes. Okay. Then we can line up our other ones. So that one's going to be out. This one's going to be in. Okay. And then, of course, our photo is going to go over the top. Okay, and we will line up the bottom of that photo as well. So just add some glue onto there. And we will have our photo sitting around about there. Okay, is that photo straight? No, it's not. We physically, we need to straighten that up a little bit. So about there. Okay, like that. All right, and there we have our double page layout. Done. Done skis. All right. Now I also have done, I've done some journaling. I'm going to do some journaling. So I've used the rectangles here. And my thought process was, this is just some of the designer series paper. So that's the reverse side of the designer series paper. And my thought process was, let me see, of printing some journaling up on some basic white and then layering it up on that designer series paper. So as you can see, there's the two. That one is the one that I cut that one out with. Okay, so the dies with this set are absolutely gorgeous. So I'm going to do some journaling and print it up on some basic white thick on my computer, and then I'll cut it out with those rectangles. And the beauty of these rectangles is too, if you are wanting a rectangle but this one is too long, it's got the right height but it's too long, you need it to be a bit squattier, cut out a full rectangle like that, and then bring it over and run it back through. Line it up again like that, run it back through, and you can then get a rectangle that size. So you can make these rectangles however big you want them to be. So my thought process is do them bigger than what you want, and then we can always cut them down. So if it ends up that this is too high, I can always bring it down this way and cut it so that it's more of a more narrow rectangle. But you just run it through a second time. You just line it up and run it through a second time, and you'll end up with the pattern all the way around the edge, because as you can see, these have patterns all around the outside edges. So so you can make those rectangles any size you want, and they're great for doing journaling. And my thought process is, I know that a lot of people say that you should do some handwriting. Type it into the comments and let me know. Do you think that the journaling should be handwritten journaling, or do you think that it's okay to print up your journaling? I like my pages to look nice and neat with my journaling. So I actually like to print mine up with the computer. So I actually like to print them in a nice font and print them up on the computer. But type it in the comments. What is your thought? Do you think that it should be handwritten? Because I know that a lot of people say that when your children are going through your scrapbook layouts, when you're gone, they like to be able to see your handwriting. So a lot of people have actually said to me, no, I think we should be handwriting. You need to have your handwritten journaling. But I think it looks so much nicer when it's printed on the computer. Okay, so that's one layout that we will be doing. So that was the last layout that I designed. Do you want a sneak peek of the other layouts? Do you want to see the other two layouts that I've done? Type it into the comments. Journaling should be readable, so whichever way is most readable, go for that. Okay, so Card Craze says whichever way is most readable, and I can tell you my handwriting is probably not very good at reading. Handwritten journaling so kids can see my writing. So I have done some handwritten journaling, but I have been printing some up on the computer as well. So all right. So so do you want to see the other two pages? Type it into the comment and let me know. Do you want to see the other two double pages? Sue's saying, yes, please. Yes, please. All right. Okay. So you get all of the written tutorials for these page layouts. So this one is layout number 2. Okay. So we have this. So I've done strips of designer series paper here, and they're full strips. I've actually not cut those down. They were 8-inch by 2-inch strips. So I haven't cut them down. But if you want the full PDF tutorial, then you just need to register for my class. So, and this one was layout number 1. And I've got a journaling piece here that I'm going to pop a bit of journaling there, and I'm going to add, and I might even pop a few little snippets of journaling around, but yeah. So Sophia's saying that she's both ways. I typically handwrite small snippets, but I type if I have a lot of deets to type. like where I am and history, etc. Yeah, yeah. Well, there you go. That is my 3 double page layouts that we will be doing in my Scrap It With Me workshop kits next month. So if you are someone that thinks I want to get on the bandwagon and I want to get into these Scrap It With Me workshop kits, then here is the QR code to be able to sign up. And if you sign up now, you will actually be getting the kit for this black and white layout. So you get 3 double page layouts. So what you actually get is you get a whole pack of the Botanical Textures Designer Series paper, the black and white paper. So you get a whole pack of that. And I can honestly tell you, I used 6 sheets of that paper, and I didn't even use the whole 6 sheets. So I used the 6 designs, and I probably used, out of all of these layouts, I probably used maybe 2/3 of those 6 sheets. So you've still got 6 full sheets, plus you've got a third left of every single design. So it's using minimal paper. So you'll have heaps left. So you'll be able to recreate these scrapbook layouts. You'll probably get, I would say, close to 8 layouts from the Designer Series paper. So you wish you lived near me, Sophia. I wish you lived near me too. Whereabouts are you from, Sophia? Um, Judith is saying, I do both. I think that my relatives would like to see my handwriting, even though I struggle with arthritis, and so it's a bit messy. Exactly. But you know what? I think you're known for your handwriting. Like, think about those recipes, because I've got a friend of mine, and if anyone knows how to do it with your Cricut machine, please let me know. But I've got a friend of mine, and she wants to handwrite a recipe, one of her favorite family recipes, and she actually wants to be able to put it onto like a tea towel or something. So apparently you can do it with a Cricut, but I'm not quite sure how you do it, because every time I've tried to do it, we've done it and then I've scanned it and stuff, but it just oh, you're in Canada. Okay, well, you're way too far away from me, but you could buy the PDFs off me. So if you love what I do, you could buy the PDFs off me, and you can buy your own product from over in Canada and be able to redo them. So and please bear with me. I mean, a lot of people are saying, where can I find your PDFs? And I haven't got them up on my website at the moment. I've just been swamped with so much work and busyness, but I will try and get them up there sooner or later for you to be able to purchase for all the international viewers. But thank you very much for hanging out with me. I just wanted to come and craft with you this morning, and I thought, what better way? I'm finishing off the job that I had to get done. Now I'm going to go and design my creative card club for next month, so I'll get that done, and then I'm going to get into kits. So it's a very busy time for me, so please bear with me, because I will probably just jump on at the last slightest bit of notice to be able to do a live video. This morning I wasn't going to go live because I was still too busy organizing things with our basic foundations of card making. So Rose and I, for the people that are in our basic foundations of card making group, we will not be going live on Friday. I actually rethought about it, and it is Anzac Day, and I think it's probably pretty disrespectful for us to actually be doing a live video on Anzac Day. So we've decided to postpone it to Friday next week. So the live Zoom craft along will be next Friday, which will be the 2nd of May, I think it will be. So no worries. Have a nice sleep, and thank you for watching, Sophia, and thank you for your lovely comments. So hopefully you've enjoyed a little bit of scrapbooking. I know it's a little bit different, but you know, we're now into scrapbooking and I'm loving it. So I actually love sharing what I'm doing, because I get so much joy out of putting these photos down on these pages. I can tell you my heart is totally full. Every time I've had a scrapbooking day where I've designed things, my heart is totally full. I love it. So use HTV for the recipe on the tea towel. I've scanned and cut and use HTV for things. But every time we do it and we blow it up, it gets it's not smooth on the outside, the outline of the word. So yeah, I don't know, because she's done it with a black marking pen, but she's also done it with a because the black marking pen, you don't really get the nice handwriting, where with a normal ink pen, like a pen, she wants to do it like that. But yeah, I don't know. Anyway, I think you actually have to smooth out all the edges, so you have to have a special program, I think, to be able to do what we want to do. But yeah, and I'm not going to do it on HTV. I'm not going to weed it out. I actually wanted to do sublimation. I actually wanted to be able to print it and do it as sublimation like that. So, but anyway, sooner or later we will work out how to do it. So, you love watching my scrapbook pages. That's okay. No worries. I'm glad. I know that I'm predominantly a card maker, and I know that the most people that follow me are card makers, but I know that there's some scrapbookers out there that love seeing these scrapbook layouts as well. So thanks for hanging out with me, and I could possibly see you again tomorrow. I'm not real sure, but I may. Thanks everyone. If I get a chance, I'll jump on. If not, it will probably be after the Anzac weekend. Thanks everyone. Have a great